You want to flip?
This is why you watch this show.
Yep.
It's a goal! Kids, we are not late. You get out of here. Get out of here.
No, we are on time, baby.
Oh, yeah. Even for the delay, we're on time. So,
The new intro.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
You got the new intro. You've been out of commission for a hot minute. Tell us about your time in Mexico before we get started on everything.
Well, I went to Mexico and I was in prison, and no, it was fun. It was my sister's wedding. I made the mistake of drinking the Mexican hotel water. What you have to listen, this is not like a trope or something where people say, hey, don't drink the water in Mexico. It's a real thing. They don't put fluoride in the water. So you can only drink water, the bottled water that they import. But I accidentally drank the hotel water because I was getting very drunk and I was like, I need to drink something.
Yeah. And it still has that bacteria that you're not used to.
Yeah. So the next day I woke up and I told my brother-in-law, I was like, hey, I don't think they're going to let me back in the country, back in the US. And he said, why? I was like, what I did to the toilet, man. This morning, the war crimes that were committed on the toilet was very bad. Like it was one of those where I just buried my face in a towel and was like, I cannot do this. Yeah.
So like
it was bad, but I survived. I made it. Mexico was fun though. The food was amazing. Oh my God. Mexican food, authentic Mexican. So good. So you did 2 shows while I was gone. How was that?
Yes, sir. They weren't too bad. I was mainly just doing tier maker, doing that stuff, the highlights. It felt kind of lonely, but we got it done.
We got it done.
I tried to get Hiei on here for Iberica, but he was unfortunately out of commission for a bit. So.
He was too salty. He was too upset. The Bears have lost 2 games in horrific fashion.
3 games. I mean, they got mauled by Arizona.
Yeah. They're finding ways to lose games, and that to me is a reflection on Eberflus. Like that's a lack of preparation. Giving up a Hail Mary. I know that's a fluke play and no one wants to give it up, but that's just bad. Yep, that's not preparing your defense. And then having a blocked field goal with a couple seconds left is also very bad.
But wait. They're complaining to the NFL because apparently there was a penalty on the play. But it doesn't matter.
They think it was
because they thought they touched the long snapper.
They thought it was leverage, but it was a clean play. Like I looked at it, it was clean. I'm actually coming out with a video on, is there a glitch that's allowing teams to block field goals? And it's very interesting what I found. But the Steelers actually have the most blocked field goals in the league right now.
Bullshit's real.
And and they actually had a third that was called back. Remember when Minkah Fitzpatrick blocked that extra point?
Yep,
that was incorrectly called. It was against the Jets. It was incorrectly called.
It was that extra point because it was like a jump penalty. They thought it was an offside.
They thought he jumped.
They got the block anyway, so it's
they got crazy. Yeah. Anyways, we got some tiers and we got some makes. We're gonna make some tiers. I shall present.
We're gonna be a lot of tiers, especially.
It's gonna be fun today.
Oh, I bet it is, man. Welcome back to the world of the living. By the way, let's get an update on your Giants real quick.
Emotional, damn it!
We gotta talk about your Giants, dude.
Thanks for bringing me back to speed, you fucker.
Oh, dude,
I appreciate it.
Well, we got to talk about Danny Derps being benched. I mean, you kind of saw it coming. I mean, he's due like a huge insurance settlement if he gets injured. So it was obvious they're not going to play him again. But you do got Tommy Cutlets back. The inarticulate Italian noises, the gabagoo, is going to be coming out.
It's the gabagool. It's a Tommy Devito.
Yep.
It's a Tommy DeVito. Tommy DeVito hopefully drives this tank right off the fucking cliff. That's where I want to see him drive this fucking Italian American cliff or tank right off the fucking cliff. Just drive it down. Accelerate that shit. We got a 50 bomb, by the way.
Yep, we did. We did get we have the bullshit here. We got to bring out the Jeebus. And for the first time back, we bring out the gritty. 5 doing the gritty, as always. I mean, you saw enough Jeebus here for a while.
Thank you for the 50. Appreciate it.
And bragging rights sports, if you count the Capitals, who are technically Baltimore's NHL team, since that city doesn't have an NHL franchise, Pittsburgh has owned Baltimore since the 70s. Also, the Steelers and Chiefs are the Ravens, what Ohio State and Michigan are to Penn State. Mm-hmm. I mean, not just that. I mean, if Pittsburgh had an NBA team, they probably end up beating up on the Bullets because they were a former Baltimore team as well, the Baltimore Bullets.
Has Pittsburgh ever had like a professional basketball team? Pittsburgh just isn't into basketball, are they?
Well, they've had like a couple like smaller teams. They had the Pittsburgh Pipers in the CBA for like a year or two, but it's never really panned out. Like they've had a bunch of like smaller teams, but they've never had attraction or interest, which is why I don't think the NBA will work in Pittsburgh. It's not a 4-sport city.
The Pipers.
Yep, the Pittsburgh Pipers.
The Pipers.
Yep.
Speaking of laying pipe.
Minnesota.
Speaking of laying pipe, the Eagles and the no, I'm kidding. All right, let's read a couple supers while I set up the
yes, sir.
The tier maker.
I usually did football hell and then 3 tiers of trash. I usually did stanky trash, flaming garbage, and then I do like a specialty trash. I think this week,
hold on, we got first tier trash.
Yep.
Okay, hold on.
Stanky trash.
All right, how about first tier trash, stanky trash, and then New York Jets trash? There's just no
Jets trash. Yep.
Yep.
Ooh,
they are
Connor Akers. Yep.
Yes.
They are definitely the butt fumble of butt fumbles. Odds that Aaron Rodgers is a Viking in 2025, a more than 0% chance. I am hoping for this to happen because the cycle must be completed. Aaron Rodgers must become a Viking.
Somehow, some way.
I agree.
He's got to become a Viking.
Look, J.J. McCarthy is still dealing with injury. They're going to have to get him back up to speed. Sam Darnold's going to want a long-term contract as a full-time starter. I don't think he's going to do that. So,
I think so.
Aaron Rodgers. Don't give me this Daniel Jones shit as a backup. Don't give me Will Levis. No. Aaron Rodgers. And he will beat Green Bay, and Tom Grossi will mauled. I'm looking forward to it. And Darian Clark, 2018 Days of Our Steelers, 2024 Jets, endless chaos. I wouldn't say it's Days of Our Steelers caliber yet. It needs an implosion from Aaron Rodgers before it gets there. Ooh, but it's a soap opera. This is what happens when you get cancer and you don't have any of the benefits of it.
Surprisingly, this is a time where all 4 teams in the NFC North have good quarterbacks, except for like even like the Vikings, you know, they have Darnold and
they feel they have upside at that position.
Yeah, McCarthy. I mean, they're not going to go away from McCarthy just because Darnold outperformed.
No, they're going to choose McCarthy if they do anything. But Darnold's going to be a bridge quarterback, and I don't think he's going to want to do that. I think he's going to want a full-time starting gig, and I think that's why he's going to move on after this year.
Yeah, he's going to want his bag too. Like the only way he does that is by signing a long-term deal, and he's a pending free agent, I believe, right?
Yep, he's a 1-year deal, so he picked a good time to have a career year. I mean, he's been struggling the last couple weeks, but I think he's going to want a starting job. He'll probably get 30, 35 mil a year for 2 years.
The worst thing that can happen for Vikings fan is if they move on from Darnold, which they will, and then McCarthy comes in and is garbage. Again. Yeah, and he's garbage. And the fans are, even if Darnold is a backup somewhere or is on a shitty team, they'll be fucking clamoring for him. But Darnold has to.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
If anything, as I said, they're going to bring in like a veteran quarterback to push J.J. McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Which is why, like, Indianapolis, I feel like is the perfect spot for Daniel Jones. They're going to need like a veteran quarterback as a backup to push AR, which is going to be Danny Derps.
Yeah, and they love retreads more than tractor trailers. Like, they just love bringing in old fucking quarterbacks that, well, Daniel Jones isn't that old, but they love bringing in failed quarterbacks.
But it's just like he's the kind of Colts fit, but he also can fit the scheme that they're doing with Richardson. And I mean, that Jets defense made Anthony Richardson look like a dynamo. That was depressing. How do you do that?
I cannot believe that the Colts won that game. That was
I was hoping the Colts will win that game. It was going to be fucking hilarious, and it was. This year is a butt fumble of butt fumbles. This is the butt fumbliest butt fumble to have ever been butt fumbled.
This is one of those years where there were so many expectations, and they have not even come close to that.
No, here's the thing. Like, their defense is terrible. That's been my biggest disappointing factor, because I was banking on them in fantasy too. They've been fucking garbage. They've only had like 1 or 2 good games. Ever since Robert Saleh got fired, they've fallen off a cliff. Yeah, they're quiet quitting. It's just, it's depressing. And Owl for 5. Ba bang, ba boom, Devito's in. And Wilson and Arthur Smith is shockingly taking Stellar Nation to Super Bowl. What timeline to be in.
Hey, you got to give them credit. They brought in Russ, and it's worked out. It's worked out.
I mean, it wasn't really Russ this time. It was Baltimore beating themselves. But Russell Wilson has been doing decent work. He had his worst game as a Steeler, but I mean, it is Baltimore. But for whatever reason,
that interception
show up. That interception in the end
zone. Steelers would have lost. Yeah, if the Steelers would have lost, you'd be roasting Russ Wilson, but you won.
Well, here's the thing. If Justin Tucker makes field goals, Baltimore wins that game easily. Yeah. That's the thing with Baltimore. It's like they find ways to beat themselves.
Just like me. I find ways to beat myself every day.
Well, you beat it in a positive way. They beat themselves in a negative way. Like, they're shoving things up their pee hole. And just call me Day. Packers Steelers Super Bowl, time to run it back. Oh, I mean, if that happens, a lot of
people are talking about it.
I mean, Packers Steelers, if that happens again, I am going to petition Tom to rent a bar somewhere, and we're going to watch that together. I think that's
you're going to live stream it together.
Yes, that we have
2 mics. Yeah, you'd have to do it somewhere like, between Pittsburgh.
It has to be like well, I mean, we'd have to do it in like a home territory or something. Because, like, I mean, neutral. We'd have to figure out, like, because I'm not going to Wisconsin. Would I go to Wisconsin? I don't know.
When does he go? When does he move to Wisconsin?
I don't know. Probably sometime.
He bought a house,
after
but he's
the football season.
Not there. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's probably waiting until football season ends, which is completely understandable. I mean, he's probably doing the mortgage.
But he owns the house, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he bought the place. It's all good. And Irvin Alvarado, Aaron Rodgers, leader of bodies. NASCAR fan 102488. I said this to Tree on Twitter, but 5. Have you heard of the Hilton High School football postseason ban saga that's going on in PWC?
I have not heard about. Are you talking about Prince William High School? I'll have to look this up. I know that Hayfield High School in Northern Virginia got banned for using
I've heard Hayfield.
Illegal.
They've used like a bunch of recruits from outside the area, I think.
Yes. All right, let me look this up. Hilton.
And while you're doing that, I'll go to Jared Warren and 509. Can confirm that the sky is indeed bluer over on Blue Sky. Any thoughts on Jim Montgomery being fired while Don Sweeney still has a job? Well, Don Sweeney is in charge of the boys club. Him and Neely aren't going to fire anybody, even though Jim Montgomery, the Bruins have struggled, but let's be real. They lost the 2-headed monster, which was the main reason they were doing anything. They brought in a bunch of free agents that haven't panned out. Nikita Zadorov's a third-pairing defenseman, and Elias Lindholm is just a poor fit for Boston, as we all expected. They were terrible contracts. And also, their center depth is really showing its flaws right now. And that's what you're really getting to. Boston overperformed like the last year or two, and it's showing now. And now they just want to try and panic and bring in Joe Sacco, when in reality, I think the team is just borked because of the roster construction. And that's on Sweeney and Neely.
Borked.
Absolutely borked. And not Ray borked, but just borked. And Justin Ziegler for 20 on Thursday night. Terry was brought into Guantanamo Bay. 0 receptions, 0 targets, and 20 routes on Quinyon Mitchell. I love this rookie and glad how he snagged him. Pickens versus Mitchell should be fun. Thoughts on him? I mean, him and DeJean have apparently been doing really well in Philly. I haven't been
Cooper
able to really
DeJean
zone in on them, but
Yeah.
those two and Zach Bond, they have been lifesavers for that defense.
Yeah, DeJean has played really well for a white boy
summer. White boy summer.
All right, let's start with the tier maker. We have the Commanders and the Eagles. This game was for first place in the NFC East. The Eagles reassert themselves as the best team in the NFC East. It's a little early for the Commanders. Saquon's a monster. Are the Eagles division or Super Bowl? That's the only
The
question.
problem I have with Philly is their offense is so damn inconsistent and frustrating. I think the problem is like Washington should have been out of that game a while ago, but the thing is, if Washington kicks a field goal instead of trying to go for 4-2, and that play was dead from the moment it started. Like, it's just, dude, you would have had the lead. And then the momentum just swung, and then Washington, they have no run defense, and Saquon, we're like, oh yeah, he just ran fucking all over them. They have no Jonathan Allen. So, I mean, at this point, if they can, I mean, I had them a Super Bowl last week, so I'm going to keep them a Super Bowl.
Oh,
as it sounds.
It's
annoying because I feel like coaching is their biggest issue right now. I mean, especially the guys, the head coach.
And then
a bunch of Eagles fans were giving me shit for saying like it was frustrating, but it's like they got bailed out by high-end talent again.
Yep. That's it. Well, and here's the thing that I've figured out is that there's teams that have to play mistake-free football to win games. Like the Giants have to play. They cannot make a single mistake or they lose. But there's other teams that can make fuck tons of mistakes. Like the Chiefs can make terrible mistakes and still win. The Eagles can make terrible mistakes. Those are the teams you got to watch out for. Are the teams that can just fuck up over and over again and still win. Those are the ones you got that are going to make deep runs because their defense will bail them out. Their offense will bail them out. And yeah, that's a good point to bring up because the Eagles can make mistakes over and over again, and they've won 6 straight games.
Yeah.
And so they're trouble.
They've had like momentum too in previous weeks. Like they crushed Dallas, but because I know that's what their potential can be. That's my frustration with this. Because like Jalen Hurts has not been what he was in 2022. He's been very spotty. But the fact is, you have a great wide receiver core. Your O-line's still relatively strong. It's not what it was with Jason Kelsey. But Saquon is an animal. He is a massive upgrade over DeAndre Swift and Miles Sanders.
Yeah, of course.
He will destroy.
It was a stroke of genius to bring in Saquon, who kind of leaned towards going there, and it was a smart business move for him, and he stayed healthy. So he's gonna be. They're gonna be in playing.
They will be
in
deep
January.
in the hunt. Yes. I'm just worried about Sirianni. That's my question there.
Yeah.
Because like, look, they've had a bunch of games where they've just like played like shit and just struggled. Like Tampa Bay, they got crushed. They had New Orleans, Jacksonville. And they also had Washington, and then they had another loss too. That's 6 out of 9 games where they have not played up to peak potential and they have struggled immensely.
See, I'm gonna make a terrible analogy here, but like Sirianni is like Donald Trump. Like I'm not trying to make this political. He's a dude that you're like, gosh, if he would get in and actually just, either, be sensible once he's president, but he can't control himself. Like Sirianni can't control himself on the sidelines, just like Donald Trump can't control himself when he's going to just be whatever he's going to do whatever got him there. And Sirianni's going to do the same thing. They're kind of similar in some way.
In some ways. The only thing is Donald Trump can just shoot the shit for like 3 hours. Sirianni can probably do the same thing. Like, I mean, Donald Trump, I mean, you know what you're getting with Donald Trump. It's just I'm just trying to use an example
of someone who knows better and doesn't change. Like someone or that should know better. Yes. Comparing Sirianni to Trump is an insult to Trump. I've never made dumb decisions like that.
I have never blown a 3-0 lead in the history of the world. That is the worst comparison in the history of comparisons. Beautiful people. Wonderful people.
Nobody knows more about that. They're eating the dogs in Philly. They're eating the dogs.
Oh, they will eat the dogs.
Raiders, Dolphins. How much better are the Dolphins now that Tua's back? It's such a big difference. Yeah.
The thing is,
that's what effective
they can actually move a football. I know people shit on Tua all the time, but it's like, dude, when he's injured, they're fucking garbage. They're starting Tim Boyle, the DEI hire of the NFL. That's all I'm going to say. It's you have Tyler Huntley, the Pro Bowler. You have Skylar Thompson. That's the problem. And it worries me about Tua with his concussion, especially with the way he plays. Like he's still like leading with his head. He's not being conservative. And that's just the way he's going to go. And my thing is with Miami, they are getting back in the playoff hunt, but their defense is still having huge problems. They're injured. They have a lot of concerns, and it's porous. And they are football hell. They are square in the football
they got a
hell.
layup facing the Raiders are bad,
Yeah,
dude.
Oh, the Raiders are Jets trash. Just throw them down there right now.
Yeah, here you go.
Like
Jets
they are
trash.
unwatchable.
They're one of the worst
garbage.
teams.
Yeah. I mean, my question is, I don't know if Pierce lasts through to like next year. Like I think he's gone at the end of the year. He is not evolving.
No, I mean he did great last year when he actually had personnel, but he's not a guy to figure out. Like he's not going to outsmart anyone.
His benefit was that he was not Josh McDaniels. I think they just needed a breath of fresh air. But now, and you were hoping when he got the job, and it was the right move to keep him there. You were hoping that he would continue to develop and evolve as a coach. That has not happened.
He's going to be a dope ass defensive coordinator. Yeah, he's going to be a dope ass defensive coordinator somewhere,
or a really rock solid position coach. I think that's what it's going to be. One of the either way.
Pierce knows football. I mean, that dude is a beast, but he's not going to wildly out X and O someone.
Like in 20 years, like that dude's going to be like coaching linebackers somewhere, and you think like, hey, that guy's a good linebacker coach.
And animals, and they're all going to be animals. Like he's going to take some average player and turn them into a beast. All right, the Saints and the Browns. These are two shit fucking teams. You can just put the Browns.
Don't say that about New Orleans. They still think they can do it. They still think they can compete. But they're doing it again, man. Taysom Hill, throwback to 2019. You know what? I knew this was going to happen. They were going to randomly bullshit a bunch of wins, get to 7 or 8 wins, miss the playoffs, and then they're going to say, "Oh, we can do it," and then they're just going to rerun the table again. That's what's going to happen with the New Orleans Saints. Like they are first year. I would say
first year trash.
Because they at least have their offense back. They're returning. I mean, they have some momentum under Reezy. I mean, Dennis Allen was a major problem. They needed to get rid of him even last year. I'm surprised they didn't. But the injuries have pretty much destroyed their year. They're back to the Aints. But I would say, too, the Browns, they are the factory of sadness. I mean, they're Jameis Winston had a phenomenal day, and they lost by 3 touchdowns. They missed 3 field goals, including one that was called back on penalty, and they went a little further, and they missed the field goal again. That is the Browns.
So when I was looking at all the block kicks from this year, there's 2 types of block kicks. There's one where you just jump up really high and block it, and then there's the line penetration, and then there's the third kicking it into the line, and that's what fucking Dustin Hopkins did. Their block kick, he literally kicked it right into the fucking defensive line.
I couldn't see this because I was streaming the Ravens game, but it sounds about right.
Dude, he wasn't even trying to block. He was standing up and he had his hand like up like this, and it just hits him in the fucking shoulder. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. Like Dustin Hopkins is fucking trash, dude. Oh my gosh. Like that happens like once a year, and of course it would happen in the fucking
Actually, I have the 27-yard field goal miss, and it's fucking bad. Like, how do you miss a 27-yard?
Okay, show me this. Do you have it?
Yeah, I have it. I'm going to load it on my screen right now.
What happened to Evan McPherson, dude?
He used McPherson to be and
automatic. Tucker. Yeah. Oh, my God.
From a 27-yard field goal. Christ. It's like Chris Boswell just sucked the power out of every single AFC North kicker. It's just ridiculous. Justin Tucker sucks. Evan McPherson sucks. Dustin Hopkins sucks. And Chris Boswell just took all their power and is just hitting 60-yarders in terrible field conditions. Really, no.
What happened to Rodrigo Blankenship, man?
He got cut a while ago.
Yeah. He must not be able to kick anymore.
He did not do well. I mean, he got cut. Like, he didn't do well. He missed a couple kicks in 2022, and he's still like a free agent. Like, he hasn't done much of anything.
Yeah,
He was kind of a nerd. He's just made like a couple starts, but otherwise he's been bouncing around.
All right, let's do one more game. The Colts and the Jets are Jets trash. Obviously, we named the tier after them. But what about the Colts? Like, they're not very much gooder either.
They're football hell. They are football hell. They are the epitome of football hell. Like, if there's a team that's built for the football hell tier, it's the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, because they're not
going to
get
they still had trouble with a really shit Jets team. And the thing is, like, I mean, they're going to like tantalize about AR because of just like how it was. But honestly, I don't know if that says more about him or the Jets defense, because the Jets defense has been fucking atrocious ever since Saleh got canned. That's my concern.
Yeah, no, I think that game was more indicative of the Jets being awful than the Colts being any good.
That's
because
the thing with the
Colts
like,
have next week.
Most of their wins, like the Colts don't really win. They more drunkenly stumble and accidentally land into a win. It happened with Miami, it happened with Chicago, and it kind of happened with the Jets.
So the Colts have the Lions next weekend. The Lions are going to shit all over them. I might actually bet money on that game. I might actually risk some money because the Lions are going to piss all over them. All over them. I would love. What's the Thanksgiving game with the Lions? Oh, Bears Lions. Wow.
Oh, dude, that's going to be another painful game. Your Giants play the Cowboys in a Thanksgiving bowl. That's going to be a fun bowl. Dude, I am hoping that the Dallas Cowboys start Trey Lance that game against Tommy DeVito. That disaster would feed memes for a fucking eternity. That's going to be like a 3-0 or 6-3 shit show, and I am all for it, man.
I'm trying to figure out a way to stream it.
Ryan Lindley versus Kellen Clemens. It's going to be one of those disaster classes, and I want it so fucking bad. Like I just want to inject it in my system.
You want to baste it all over yourself and rub your nipples.
Dude, I am going to marinate myself in it overnight so I can enjoy it in a saltwater brine and just lather in it. I'll do a damn turkey trot and continue the sweat, get that marinade nice and just moist, and then we get after it.
You're going to inject that shit like with the syringe with that brine just straight into the turkey leg.
Oh, yeah.
And make it all fat and then just fucking then cook it at like 320 for 4 hours and pull that bitch out with a crispy outer.
Or you do it in an Instant Pot that's smoked for 15 to 20 minutes on high pressure. That's the way you do it.
You can do it in an Instant Pot?
Yep, if you get the whole turkey leg, if you get them like in a giant eagle.
Oh, just a turkey leg?
Yeah, you get the whole leg. If you put the leg in the Instant Pot, you can do it pretty easily.
But like the actual shit.
Oh yeah, dude, I've done it before in the past. It's fucking delicious. And then you use the fat that's inside with like chicken broth, cook rice or pasta in there. Ooh, fucking delicious.
That sounds delicious. I can say that because I'm Asian.
Oh,
okay.
Dude,
what?
That's my favorite part of doing it in an Instant Pot. Like if I'm cooking like, lamb or chicken, like I cooked a lamb breast plate last week and like I cooked it in the oven, wrapped in aluminum foil, 400 degrees, relatively solid, but there's a lot of fat in the bottom and I was cooking rice. So I dripped the lamb fat on top of the rice that's cooking because I don't want to put that either in a trash or in the kitchen sink. That's going to ruin everything.
Right.
So it comes out like it tastes like pure lamb fat. It's fucking delicious.
Oh my goodness. So you just eat turkey legs like on a random Tuesday? You're like, it's Thursday. I want a fucking turkey
I haven't had it in a while, but like I'll sometimes have it. Like, if it's a special holiday like Thanksgiving, I'll buy like a turkey leg.
Do you know what I had today for dinner? I did tenderloin steak. I got two cuts for $20 and I cooked them in the oven at 265 for 30 minutes. And then I grilled and then I pan-seared them in butter and garlic.
Ooh.
So freaking good. They were perfectly medium rare.
I had leftovers. I cooked yesterday. I cooked pork tenderloin on the grill, and they were like already pre-marinated. And I also had a baked cod that I baked in the
what we need to do before
Thanksgiving, little sea salt and a little bit of cayenne pepper mixed in olive oil.
What is it? In a couple weeks when it's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, we need a Thanksgiving food tier maker. That's what we
Yes.
need to do.
So
We
next
need to
week?
do all the yeah. So we need to rank turkey and all that shit. Yeah, we should do a cooking show over the dumpster fire.
Mhm.
We should be just two middle-aged men fucking cooking
Oh,
and
dude,
we're not gay.
you eat like a god, man. Come on. I'm still a fat boy at heart.
Yeah. I'm trying my best to cut down sugar, but fuck,
Yeah.
it's hard, dude.
I mean, dude, it's been like I haven't had as much time to go to the gym as usual, but I mean, I go as often as I can, but at the same time, it's just like the sports grind. It kind of gets to you after a
Yeah.
while. I'm like, because like the gym I go to is no longer 24-hour. It closes early on Friday, Saturday,
Oh.
Sunday. So I'm thinking as like a Christmas gift to myself, I'll buy a treadmill for my basement and just use that.
There you go.
Like a solid treadmill, but it's just like I just need something because like I can't just sit around and do nothing on Saturday, Sunday. I get restless.
I gained so much weight in Mexico. I gained about like 10 pounds. That
I
shit
do.
was
Nothing wrong with
rough.
that, man. Dude,
The
that's how
food
the
was
holidays are
so
for.
good.
Dude, nothing
The
wrong with that,
food
man.
was so good. Actually, you know what? You read some supers. I'm gonna show you a picture of like the tacos that I got.
Oh,
They were
fuck,
so
dude.
fucking
Dude, you're going to make me hungry
I'll-
again.
Yeah, I'm gonna send some food pictures and we're gonna look at them. You're gonna have to deal with it.
Stop. Stop. Aaron Sherwood. Imagine losing to a team at home that has as many starting centers retiring them as win in the last 2 full months. Low Niners. Yep. And they also cut Tyrell Dotson. And the Niners are just they're fucked. That one guy, and they also Nick Bosa might be out next week too.
Damn, son. I'm trying to find these pictures of my food. There it is.
Yep,
Let's
that one
go.
guy. I can feel the false hope consuming me. The Vikings have 8 wins, and I can't wait for the Super Bowl to somehow be Viking Steelers. Oh, so the Steel Curtain can shut you down like you did in the 70s? I'm up for that. And Richard Lee with a 1-month membership. Thank you, brother. We bring out the Jeebus, as always.
Bring out the
Super
Jeep.
Rush versus Tommy DeVito. Thanksgiving. Kill me. No. I want Trey Lance versus Tommy DeVito. That's the way you do it, baby. I mean, dude, I would love it. It's going to be such a fantastic shit show. I would love it, man. Jack Danaher, 2001. The Jets hiring Matt Nagy would be a Jets hire. I mean, it would. I mean, they're going for Mike McCarthy probably. Russell Wilson. We need Tree to eat the Danger Witch this week. Get him his clickbait punishment. Oh, God, no, please. No. No.
Oh, sorry.
That's gonna be a whole lot of fucking no. A big whole lot of fucking no.
I'm sorry. I'm exporting my pictures real quick.
Do what you gotta do. And the Yinzer mobile. Tree Chair's been bullying me. I mean, hey, Chair has some extremist views on both left and right wing. I mean, he just does what he does. I mean, if he wants to pour hot oil all over the body of the Yinzer mobile, he just does it. It's just what he does. Smooth Criminal 12. At this point, it's the Lions conference to lose at this point, IMO. Yeah. I mean, dude, they're just bullying people right now. It's like they're just like, fuck it. They're just like toying like with a bored cat with a mouse. That's what it really comes down to. It's like, you should put up more of a fight, Mr. Mouse. Come on, please.
Stop hitting yourself. Okay. Stop hitting yourself. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's like he's doing like Wet Willies. It's like, Wet Willie. Oh, no. Stop putting your head in the toilet, Jimmy. Oh.
They're trying to get Panay Sewell a touchdown. All right, these are some foods. This is the tacos that I had.
Oh, dude, that looks fucking amazing.
So the tacos came out with whatever protein that you wanted. Then you went up to a Fixins bar like you were in a Roy fucking Rogers, and like you just put all this shit on there, and it was so good. It was like the cucumbers were fresh, the pickled onions were so good.
Onion. It looks like it's a pico de gallo and a cream sauce. What is that? Bread pudding?
This is breakfast. This was a pancake, but this was French toast, but that's how thick it was. It was like 2.5 inches thick,
dude,
with all fresh fruit. Yeah, I know. This is fucking what happened, dude. It was fucking awful, but like also delicious at the same time. This wasn't even mine. I just took a picture of it, and like I was like, that's so good. I was like trying to control myself, and it resulted in. And this was like some chorizo thing or something that was fucking good. Like everything had refried beans and avocado and beans and tortillas. It was fucking amazing. I'm hungry.
The food was probably dirt cheap since it was in Mexico and locally sourced too.
I mean, the
No, not
exchange rate
super
was
cheap.
about 17 pesos to the dollar, and that would be like the French toast was like $17, which is fine.
Oh, that's a buck for a
17
French
American.
toast.
Yeah.
Oh, 17 American. I
No,
thought it was like
17
17
American.
pesos. And I'm
No,
like, oh,
no.
shit. A
No,
buck
you
for
got
French toast?
yeah, that would be amazing. But no, it's not like it used to be. Like Mexican, it's cheaper, but it's not cheap. I wouldn't describe it
Yeah.
as cheap. And well, we were in a resort area. We were in Los Barriles
okay.
in Baja. So they're
Yeah,
not gonna
it's a little
yeah.
pricier there.
I wasn't in the countryside or some shit. All right, we got distracted by food.
Oh, dude.
Vikings, Titans.
This
What
game
are
just
the
happened.
Vikings?
I feel like the Vikings will be wild card right now because the Lions are probably your Super Bowl contender for that division. The Titans had a bunch of penalties and they got kind of screwed on some calls, but nobody really cares because the Titans suck. That's what it really comes down to.
Are they
so the Titans?
trash?
They're just New York Jets trash. You put them down there. They're bad.
They're that bad.
Oh, dude, they're a 2-win team.
Trash. Oh, you're right. They are competing for.
They're a 2-win team. They have fancied
overall.
themselves as playoff aspirations, and their whole defense has been relatively disappointing. They've traded DeAndre Hopkins. Will Levis is he's trying out for the Birmingham Stallions, and you just like it's getting bad. Like they're in the race for Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward.
Packers Bears. This was the game of the week, right?
Oh, dude. Bears, you gonna need the Jeebus. You need all the Jeebus. America is in shambles right now, and we need to send a prayer to Hiei of America. It's getting pretty bad over there.
We'll send it.
I feel like you had a chance to end the borderline slave ownership that Green Bay has of Chicago, and I mean this is entire like civil rights violating.
Yeah, they need reparations
right now.
For
more than
reparations.
Like that reparations is going to be a franchise quarterback that somehow flops. But I mean, you have the chance. Caleb Williams is a fantastic drive. You outplayed Green Bay in every metric. Green Bay played like shit. But the problem is, what happens? Line drive, field goal, kicks blocked, game over.
Yep.
11th straight loss for Chicago against Green Bay. Chicago is football hell. They are the epitome. After a game like that, that is football hell. It is just pain upon pain upon pain. And we
got a fitty, by the way.
We got a fitty. This is for the Bears from Kip Gaming. We gonna need Jeebus here. Oh, we need so much Jeebus. Just Jeebus for forever and ever and evermore. Give me the Jeebus. Jeebus.
Hit it for the gritty. I hit it. That's all I gotta say.
I bring out the Jeebus. The Steelers and the Packers have one thing in common, and that is the bullshit is real. I think I lost 10 years off my life Sunday. Can I get the Yinzer Mobile clip played? You know what? Just for that, let me upload it. Let's do the Yinzer Mobile clip. I mean, I've had that in like the idea vault for years. I just needed like the right time to do it, and I think we need to bring out the Yinzer Mobile. I need to get more clips of the Yinzer Mobile, but it's been raining. So honestly, we got to do it like that. But we talk about Steelers go Super Bowl, and this is definitely the way they go Super Bowl. Come on. We wave the towel. Wave the towel with me, Five. Five, there's plenty of room on the Steelers bandwagon. You can join me anytime, buddy. You can always join me, especially with Steeler football.
I am not getting on the Steelers bandwagon.
Oh, you're going to join the bandwagon, Five.
No,
you're
man.
joining this bandwagon.
No.
You know why? You know why you need to join the bandwagon?
We're going to the Super Bowl.
We're going Super Bowl.
Fuck you, Baltimore.
Do you have anything to say?
Well, I'm not. I'm just waiting for the Yinzer Mobile thing to
Bowl.
process. They're going Super Bowl. Oh, yeah. They're always going Super Bowl. Come on.
Is there anything you want to say? Now's a chance for you to say something.
I hope the Steelers win the Super Bowl.
That had to be staged. That had to be staged.
I mean, considering Pittsburgh, it's not surprising, man. I mean,
He's like about to laugh. He's just like, I hope the Steelers win the Super Bowl. Like he almost blew the fucking like that.
They might legitimately be going to the Super Bowl. I'm not even joking, dude. That's incredible, dude. This is fucking awesome.
To the Yinzer Mobile.
Do you know what the best part about that is? Like, none of your neighbors would think that was weird at all.
Well, the thing too, it's just like most people were saying on there, it's like, yeah, I know a dude who wears just a Mean Joe Green jersey when he mows the lawn, like a really old one. It's like that's just standard Pittsburgh.
Like no one would look out their window and be like, a Steelers fan mowing his lawn with the terrible cow.
No like maybe
be like, oh yeah, that's Steve.
like, yeah, that's Tuesday. That's Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No
I think like
no one's even bad.
My neighbor
no one's
was
in
getting
there.
ready for work, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, did she see me? Okay, no, good, thank God.
Yeah. If anything, they'll honk and be like, Steelers. Like they're not
Like,
gonna
we got
think of that as
them
cringe. They're not thinking of that as cringe at all.
Oh
They're
no,
just like,
this
oh
is,
yeah,
this is
Yeah.
fan.
that's what we do in
service, man. Like,
Pittsburgh.
oh, dude, I mean, if I could find a way, if I'm going live, to be able to go on my my zero turn, just start waving my towel around. It would just be nothing but noise. I'd be like, let's go.
If Steelers win the Super Bowl, you have to drive down like the main roads of your neighborhood doing the Yinzer mobile, just like, we won the Super Bowl.
Nick, if that happens, you're coming with me. That's how we do it.
All right.
Oh boy, let's keep this up.
All right, then you got to read some more supers.
Drew Kashal, New York Jets, a legacy of failure since 1969. I am due for a 50-year legacy of failure for them. Them and the Brewers and the Canucks, I am due. It's time. Quentin Johnston, Jefferson Williams. We defeated the Bengals Sunday, but more importantly, we defeated our greatest enemy for the first time in years. Charging. That game would have been a loss last year and before.
I don't know if that wasn't chargering. That was just...
No, they chargered. The Bungles out-bungled them. They wanted the loss just that much more. I think that was the real thing there. So the Chargers tried to charger, but the Bengals were just too strong and refused it. I think that's what happened there.
Mm-hmm.
NASCAR fan 102488. If it's Hayfield, I messed up then. I've been hearing about the saga and something isn't making sense.
Yeah, so my nephew plays football for Fairfax High School, and his mom, my sister-in-law, was just telling me that they've been banned for 2 years and they're trying to appeal, but they had players coming from like 3 districts away to play. Like the coach just brought them all in. It's been wild. It's been a crazy saga. But I used to play in Hayfield's district when I was in high school, and they were always good at football. Always. Motherfuckers.
They always will, man. Connor Lanker, someone should tell Tyrese Maxey to trust the process. Oh, dude, are you seeing this shit about Philadelphia? Oh, the Sixers, they're fucking shit show right now. Tyrese Maxey's calling out Joel Embiid for being lazy and showing up late all the time. It's Nick Nurse might get fired. They're 2-11, 2-7 or 2-11, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're bad.
Trust the process.
I mean, they need to trust the process again. Embiid might be getting shipped off. Thomas Cherry, the Sharks are actually fun to watch. Smith and Celebrini are the new Marlowe/Thornton. Askarov was a steal. Big things coming. I mean, Askarov just got called up, I believe. And Will Smith is going to be winning the World Series in 2026 to keep the Will Smith streak alive.
Yes, the Will Smith streak alive of either winning the World Series or slapping an Oscar host.
Yep. I mean, Will Smith will win a World Series too. I mean, he'll win in 2027. And Connor Akers, Jerry Jones is the Madonna of NFL owners. Oh, dude, that's an insult to Madonna.
Yeah. I mean, their faces look similar. Madonna's just falling apart. She used to be the hottest thing ever.
Oh, yeah. Years of plastic surgery will do that. Remember when she had that fake British accent for about 5 years?
Yeah, because she was dating Guy Ritchie.
Yeah,
it was saying,
hello, I'm Madonna. I have
Madonna.
a British accent now.
British accent, and everyone's like, "You're not British. You're from Queens, New York." Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You used to go ride around and hook up with dudes in the back of taxi cabs for fun.
Yeah, you just had sex. You were just a whore, and you just had sex. I mean, you had an entire album based on just having sex.
Just fucking, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what it came down to. That's why
some of her songs are good though.
Yeah, my mom loves her stuff, especially her early stuff. Philip Steinberg for 2. To be fair, Eagles kicker missed 7 points versus Washington. That's very true. I mean, that's why their offense is very inconsistent because they should have just blown them out of the water.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's funny. It's funny because the time they finally used Jake Elliott, he just misses kicks left and right. I don't get it.
Of course, Elliott hits every field goal ever against the Giants. Like, he's never missed. He hit a 59-yarder one time to beat the Giants. Like, it's fucking ridiculous, dude.
It's great. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Ugh.
You in there, bud.
Justin Ziegler for 20. Who is worse, Cowboys with Jerry Jones, who's sick of the stadium, is sick of the team apparently, or the Jets with GM Rodgers, who I don't buy is going to leave next year? He will be back. Time to revisit both teams, especially the Jets. Oh, it's easily probably the Jets, because at this point you're locked into Aaron Rodgers. You sold your souls for that guy. You have all the cancer with none of the benefits.
Perna said the first thing that the new GM has to do is release Aaron Rodgers. Like, that would be anyone's recommendation, would be to release him. But you can't. So you would have to find such a sycophant who's willing to do the job that's so spineless that you're so in a terrible position, right? Like, you're gonna have to bring someone in who's just Woody Johnson's puppet, and you're gonna get the same results, and he's gonna get fired in 2 years.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the
that
thing.
Team
Woody Johnson will probably pay,
right, gonna suck.
They're a local franchise, just like the Bears, just like the Jacksonville Jags. They just stay.
I need to put the Packers down in the trash in case Tom comes. Sorry.
Packers fans are so fucking insufferable right now. Like, so Jesus Christ. Like, it's just elitism, and it's like, oh God, did you really have to do that? Fuck you. And Tree, play round ball rock. Oh yes, sir, I will. I love playing some round ball rock. Come on, man, love me some that. You thought Panthers Giants was a tank bowl? We need mouse tanks for Giants Cowboys on Thanksgiving, boys. Dude, let's not be real here. Trey Lance, Tommy DeVito, you join forces. Thanksgiving. Let's fucking get it, boys. Let's fucking get it.
Thanksgiving, baby.
And with
the sixth pick in the 2018 draft, the New York Giants select Daniel Jones out of Duke University. What fucking... Oh my God.
What? Oh, dude, that was great. And then you're just sitting there with 3 frames per second, just drinking a twisted tea. It's beautiful. Beautiful, man. Uxinator for 2. So Rams missed a 26-yard field goal attempt last weekend too, but they won. So that's the difference there. That's another game that just happened. Rams versus Patriots. I would say that's more of a quarterback duel. I mean, Patriots do have their quarterback in Drake May. He's shown some flashes of promise that you think that he could be something. Matthew Stafford had 4 TDs. And at this point, I would say the Rams are football hell. They are around 500. They kind of had an easy game against the Patriots, but more or less it's just like, are they really going to get past like anyone else in their division? I mean, that NFC is stacked. They are stanky trash. Because at least
trash. They have 3 wins, right?
Yeah, they have 3 wins, and they've beaten up. They beat the Jets, which is, I mean, more power to you. They beat the Bears too.
The Jets stock is dropping so fast.
Oh, the Jet stock is dropping like a plane over Shanksville. Like, it's getting bad, dude.
Oh God.
And we are canceled.
Yes. All right. Another game. The Ravens Steelers. Let's go. No, wait, we skipped the Jaguars Lions.
Oh,
the Lions are Super Bowl.
Honestly, I think the Jags fans would like to get that skipped. Here are the records that happened in this game. Let me look this up here. The Detroit Lions set records. The first time the team has won 9 out of its first 10 games of a season in 90 years since the Great Depression. They had 38 first downs, 645 total yards, the most in a single game for the franchise. This team is now the 3rd in the Super Bowl era with 3 wins of 35-plus points in the first 10 games of a season. And they joined the 73 Falcons and the 69 Vikings. They're also the 5th team to score 50 or more points in consecutive home games in a season. The last team to do it was 2014 Green Bay Packers. And they had the largest point disparity in an NFL game since the Jimmy Carter administration 45 years ago. Holy fucking shit. They mauled them. And they showed no mercy.
None.
It was hilarious.
No
And the thing
mercy
is,
was
too,
shown.
Jacksonville is a local franchise because the rumors were it's like, hey, if you lose this game, you're fired. I mean, you don't have your starting quarterback and our team sucks and you're playing a juggernaut. I don't care, you're fired. But how the fuck are Doug Peterson and Trent Baalke still there? How?
Because Shad Khan doesn't know that they work for him. They're just like, oh, like Shad Khan is like, who runs this team? He has no idea. He doesn't care about the fucking Jaguars. He's like, oh, one more step to moving them to London, you know?
Well, I think the thing is, like, I remember, like, the poll voters, I think, or the voters in Jacksonville, I think they rejected the stadium tax increase proposal for the new stadium or the renovation.
They're still going to build it, though. They're still going to build it.
Well, enough money thrown around, massage a few politicians' wallets, you'll get it done.
Mm-hmm.
But
Uche would be so mad. He'd be like, man, what happened to my
would
franchise?
he would be on a mammoth rant right now. He would have been flipping shit last year over just the collapse, and he'd just be flipping out right now. He'd be like, you know how he was with Urban Meyer by the end? He would be like that right now with Peterson and Baalke. Like, it's getting bad. Like, he'd be talking about how they're wasting Trevor Lawrence, how he's stagnated in this organization, how they have never developed anybody. Their offensive line's atrocious. Their defense is just Josh Hines Allen and nothing else. And it's their red zone offense is fucking atrocious. So
6 points.
Yeah. Not even that.
All right, and then Rams Patriot. Oh no, we got that one. We got the Rams and the Patriots.
We got Steelers Ravens.
All right, let's do Steelers Ravens and then some more super chats. Let's go.
Dude. Let's go, baby. The bullshit's real. Come on, baby. This is how we do it. Know me, man. Dude, you don't deny the power of the bullshit of the Steeler football. Come on. Buddy. Look at me. Look at this crowd. I mean, I combine both pizza and Jeebus. Brought 2-point conversion failure. That's how we do it, son. And I only have one thing to say in this glory.
Fuck you, Baltimore!
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you, Baltimore!
Suck my dick.
Fuck you, Baltimore!
God, fuck Baltimore.
Fuck you, Baltimore!
Can we just hit this again one more time?
Fuck you, Baltimore!
No, this one right here.
They might legitimately be going to the Super Bowl. I'm not even joking. Dude, that's incredible. Dude, this is fucking awesome. To the Yinzer-mobile! I got to do that in the dead of winter and just like just go off and just like and have like a Steelers beanie on top of me and then just like and just still wave the towel in jean shorts and a
Yes.
jersey and just drive around in the snow and just do it like that.
Right. With the blade engaged too, so you're just shoving snow everywhere.
No,
just
no. I don't know about that. That would probably fuck up my blitz. Oh, by the way, here's John Harbaugh against this. Hold on. Am I going to use King Henry in the 2-point conversion play or late in the game? Or do I still trust Lamar?
No. Him not even being out there, like, how do you not even use him as a decoy? Like, at least that would cause the Steelers defense to be like, watch the run, and then you could sell the play fake. They didn't even do that. Like, that was some dumbass John Harbaugh type shit.
I mean, that's what he does against the Steelers. Like, this is reaching Pittsburgh against the Patriots territory. Like, they can't beat him. It's just, it's getting bad. And
all right, are we really going to put the Steelers in the Super Bowl?
Put them up there. Put them up there. The bullshit's real. The defense is strong. Chris Boswell's automatic. And the offense is okay. We go Super Bowl. I mean, until proven otherwise, I mean, you're 8-2. That's Super Bowl. Super Bowl. Come on. Super Bowl, motherfuckers.
Fuck you, Baltimore!
We're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we're going Super Bowl.
Fuck you, Baltimore.
I just love saying
All
fuck
right.
you, Baltimore. I mean, fuck
I'll
Baltimore.
put him up there for now. And Baltimore's a wild card.
Is wild
team.
card. I mean, that was going to be between Super Bowl and wild card. If Baltimore won, they'd be Super Bowl, but not. I mean, they do that. They're paper tigers. They just do this shit all the fucking time. All the time.
Is there a Yinzer mode emoji or emote for the members? And by the way, how many members do we have?
I'll have to check. I think we were like at 80 last I checked. Because I don't know if we got too many when I did them the last couple times, but let me double check.
Hold on, yeah, I'll
quick.
check it. Memberships.
Because I got to reload. I got to change accounts to.
We've lost a bunch.
A
bunch.
It's probably the end of the month. It's probably the end of the month and they expired. That's probably what happened.
A bunch of people didn't renew. 87, 88 was the peak, and so now we're
at 62.
Yeah, we're down from the. You guys were gonna see my butthole.
Oh no, we don't have to see Five's butthole. What a terrible.
And there was much rejoicing.
29 cancellations in the last 31 days.
Oh,
Come on, guys.
Oh, dude, stop e-banking, brother. Jesus Christ.
No.
Oh, no. Oh.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Tom probably has 1,000 members.
Well, I mean, that's Tom. That's his main channel. And we don't do memberships on either of our channels. That's the thing. I don't want to put a paywall on stuff I already do for free. I mean, I might do it for maybe the emoji someday, but
yeah. But he also doesn't take corporate sponsors. He's completely
he's not a corporate whore. I mean, that's the thing. Yeah. Like, it's either between sponsorships and crowdfunding, and I choose to be a corporate whore. So, hey, it makes me feel.
Hey, by the way, we're gonna wait, guys, till you order your bench warmer brew. We're gonna do a Black Friday promo for you guys. So, watch out for that. Yes,
the best kind. Yes, sir.
Famous E-girl, 5 points vids. Let's go.
E-Harmony. Tree whispers sweet nothings into my ear that Justin will get better until we have the out. Really painful watching old highlights. I need some comfort, though you hate us. I don't know what the fuck happened to Justin Tucker. They say it's the long snapper. I think it's a lot more than that. It's he's looking shit.
Yeah,
it's bad. The King Barrelmaker. Funnier.
Go ahead.
Funnier panic move. Lincoln Riley to Chicago or Dion to Dallas? Dion to Dallas.
Damn, Tom had a 5.
What's up?
So Tom got 531 members and a 5K dono. That is crazy. All right, Jared Bruss.
Nice. Where does he have the memberships? Where do you see that?
Yeah. I guess on his stream. So even at what, $4 a month at 531? Hold on.
I mean, it might be $2. It might be $3, but you're looking at like $1,000 a month after you
$3 a month. 531 times 3. That's $1,500 in one day.
It was that Packers Bears game. That's what it did it.
Yeah. That's last night alone. Tom is crushing it. I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
I do not have such momentum. It is a shame. Yeah, I need to get a real job. Wow.
You know what? You know what is the thief of joy?
What?
Comparison.
I mean, ain't that the truth? Bailey Reichert is a Jags fan. Why must I suffer? I never got to see the 90s. I've only seen really 3 winning seasons from them. It's like me and a Pirates fan. I've only seen 3 winning seasons. I was too young to remember the early 90s and before. That's just life. Dane B. While I do love the Thanksgiving Bowl that we will be receiving, it is legitimately sad that this is the best chance the Giants have had to beat the Cowboys in literal years. It will be fucking hilarious if that happens. On both parties. I would love it, dude. And you know what? All I'm going to say, man, it's either this or I'm bringing out the Joe Judge thing again, man.
Don't do that, man. Would you stop?
Yes. No, because the ride never fucking ends. You know this, man. Al for 5. Realistically, only game I'm worried about as a Lions fan is the game with Buffalo. But you always have that thought of shit out of luck with lesser teams. Oh, and a given Sunday. That's the NFL, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll beat Buffalo. Kaiser and Gilroy. Well, there are no winless NFL teams remaining. Kent State is the only winless team remaining in all of Division I college football. The trailing Akron. Ooh. Very nice. The Kent State, they used to be a decent team. I think they had Josh Cribbs and Antonio Gates on their team, if I remember correctly. Glenn Dan 7-8 for 5. It wasn't that long ago when everyone wanted the Lions to not play on Thanksgiving. Look at them now. And nobody wants the Cowboys to win. Hey, but this might end the meme, remember? Hey, it's Thanksgiving. Shouldn't you be losing a football game in Detroit or something? We might be losing that meme because that was a staple for a very long time. Even last year they lost.
Mm-hmm. No, the Lions are going to win this year. Like, I would play the money line there. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's going to be a lost meme. Third degree Top Gun. I'm so happy it's finally college basketball season. Can finally see Purdue be good at something. Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving next weekend, everyone. Boiler up. At least until you fall up short in the tournament again. We'll see. Yeah, SB is here for 1 month. Why do I feel the Steelers will lose Thursday? Feels like a trap game, but I don't care. Steelers get Super Bowl. I'll be streaming it, as always. Connor Akers for 5. Crazy to think that there was no such thing as Woodstock, moon landings, and Sesame Street the last time the Jets won/played in the Super Bowl. They also, not even moon landings, they also didn't, RFK was still alive. Martin Luther King was still alive. You were still in Vietnam. You didn't have any of that shit happen. Yeah. Nixon wasn't a president. It was LBJ was your president. Vincent Curry. The McCaskies are Dan Snyder without cheerleaders. Well, they're the honest mom and pop.
You know what? I don't feel like they interfere as much. They just
no, they're not. They're just inept.
Yeah, they just don't know what they're doing. They're just like, we're fucking the McCaskies. This is what we do.
And it was so good they
founded the NFL. Yeah, my dad created the NFL. You know.
Yep. Christopher Brickner, the dumbest thing Haslam can do is fire Stefanski after one bad year because he was forced to start Watson. So I'm afraid Haslam may just do that. I fear it too. He's going to use him as a martyr. I mean, him or Andrew Berry. And Andrew Berry might be the one that goes because, he gave Watson the contract, even though
he can't fire Stefanski. He can't fire Stefanski. He can't.
It's the Cleveland Browns. Don't be surprised, dude.
Stefanski could ask out of his contract. Like, Stefanski could go to, like, the Giants or something and turn them around. But I don't know if Stefanski even wants to be there. Like, he's got to recognize that this is a bad situation for him. He is the Bugatti in the carport right now. Stefanski should probably leave if he's smart.
White run guard.
White run guard.
Definitely. Thank you, brother. Christopher Brickner. I got to bring out the Jeebus for those 2 new members. I saw red one, and J.K. Simmons is the real Santa. J.K. Simmons. Because only the real Santa can say, I love coming to Philly and genuinely mean it. No, he gets drunk and then he gets booed. Didn't that movie, I heard that movie cost $250 million to make, which I find really hard to believe.
Red one.
Like, what do you yeah. Apparently it only made like $35 million. It's like Santa gets kidnapped apparently and they have to rescue him.
Oh.
It's like an action movie.
But based around Santa, that's got to be a tax write-off or some type of money laundering thing. There's no
because
way.
It's not making money. It only made like $35 million last weekend. It's going to be a massive flop. And the thing is, like, they have The Rock in it, and it's just all he does is play The Rock. It doesn't even have a different.
How do they not know that the movie's shit when they make it? How do they not know that, like, oh man, this movie sucks? Like,
well, the problem is the people editing it and working on it probably realize it's fucking shit. The people who write it and like oversee it, it's like everyone thinks it's like, yeah, this movie's going to be shit. They don't care because they're using it as a write-off and they're getting paid. It's like, whatever, I'll make this shitty movie. Is he getting paid? And JNP, as a Giants fan, I'm pretty close to hopping on the Yinzer mobile, even may buy a towel. Dude, as I said, there is plenty of room in the Steelers bandwagon. We will lose on wildcard weekend like men, and it will be great. Come on. It's going to be awesome. Brandon Brock, but do you have a Padres-esque cringe rap? Give it time. We have the Here We Go song, which is pretty much cringe in its own self. It's bad. Bailey Reichert, Joel Embiid is the worst MVP in NBA history.
That's pretty tough.
That's a ballsy statement, man.
Mm-hmm.
White run guard. Imagine Perna if the Broncos got Rodgers instead. Oh, dude, that would be even more pain. It'd be hilarious. That's why they hired Nathaniel Hackett. Owl for 5. So many angry football fans mad that MCDC threw a challenge when he was up. Like twisting the knife somehow is a bad thing. He bites those kneecaps. Dude, nobody gives a shit about Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Let Dougie P get fired.
Yeah.
And Jared Russell, member for 1 month. What's up, Jared? Thank you,
He's
brother.
laughing.
And he gifted a membership too. We bring out the Jeebus. Toon Link Maine. Hey, 5. How you trip when you look at Tom's new girlfriend, Victoria Salcedo, in the shed? Also, Scooter saw my vid and want to talk about my editing skills. I think I did see that. It was a little weird.
Do you know who Victoria Salcedo is?
No.
She is a model. This is her.
Oh.
She is missing both arms and one leg.
Oh.
Yeah. She accidentally touched an electrical wire when she was 6 years old and she had to amputate,
Jesus.
but she's gorgeous.
She's beautiful.
But my question, would you date a person with no arms and one leg?
Sure. I mean, honestly, it would take a little bit to get used to, but I feel like if the personalities mesh, I think it might be okay. But that's the thing.
If she's hot, is what you're saying.
No, I mean, if the personalities work out, because, I mean, looks are going to fade, dude. Just saying.
I'm just saying, dude.
And Eric Barron became a member, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Praise the Jeebus.
Only what if she wasn't annoying? You know, as long as she's not annoying, is what you're saying. That's
Probably,
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. As long as she doesn't suck, I would date a beautiful girl with no arms and one.
God's butt monkey. This week's NFL player from the past, defensive lineman Darren Drozdov. Droz from WWF. Bill Goldberg, former wrestler. Steve McMichael, former wrestler. Ron Simmons was a football player. Dwayne Johnson played at Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
You had a bunch of guys who either played in the USFL or the NFL. I think Lex Luger played in the USFL for a hot minute.
Lex Luger?
Yep. The guy who played Lex Luger, I mean. Jake Patterson. Is Dable the problem? I don't think so. Good mind. I don't think he's the problem. I just feel like he's lost his luster there. That's why they might need a change.
He's had no room for error. Danny Derps has made him look stupid. Like Danny Derps makes him look like an idiot. He has not forgotten how to coach. He might just be an O coordinator though, you know? Like he might not be a head coach. The thing is, if the Giants can somehow pull Belichick or something like that, then Belichick is obviously an upgrade over Dable, but I'm not. I would like to see Dable with his quarterback, his guy, because he inherited Daniel Jones and did the best that he could with them, and then Jones hurt his shoulder and it hasn't been the same since. So by doing what he was supposed to do, which was using Daniel Jones properly by saying go out and run people over like the big dumb idiot you are, that's what happened. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Snappy for 5. Interesting rhetorical question. You get to delete one franchise out of the 4 major sports. Which one and why? Answer wrong, and Tommy Cutlets whacks you. I mean, I got to delete the Eagles. Fuck the Eagles.
You just get to delete them?
Yeah, I'd love to delete the Eagles. That organization's cancer. I mean, the players can go elsewhere and do better, but like the Eagles as a whole, it's like die Eagles die. Fuck you.
Can I delete the Flyers then too? Like
that's a good idea. Let's delete all the Philadelphia.
All right.
Fuck it.
Yeah, let's delete
the Sixers as well. Delete all the delete Philadelphia from the map. Honestly,
and the Phillies. Oh my god.
Yeah, just Phillies. Philly just dominates Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania politics so much. I fucking hate it. Just put him in Jersey. Just give him to Jersey. We're fine.
Yeah. I would root for the New Jersey Phillies.
No, I mean the Camden Phillies.
The Camden Phillies. Holy shit. Yep.
That's where the closest city there, man.
Camden used to have a minor league baseball team, and it was so bad. Like, nobody came to Camden because Camden's fucking scary as fuck. They just demolished the fucking stadium. They were like, yeah, we don't need this. Mm-hmm. We don't need to. No one's coming back. No one's fucking coming back to Camden, fucking New Jersey, dude. That shit is bad.
Do you want Debo or Jawan on your fantasy team? Ooh, Jawan had a really good game this past weekend. I think he's getting more of the receptions in that system, but Debo has the higher upside. That's your question. I feel like Jawan has the floor, but Debo is the upside. There's the question
does?
there. Bragging Rights Sports for 10. In a year that sees us get a German Tank Bowl and a British Tank Bowl, we're about to get a Turkey Day Tank Bowl, Thanksgiving. Also, every team that fires coaches midseason are usually the same 5 and 6 teams.
Yep. It's consistent.
Sometimes you need it. Rival Darkness 1. Been a football fan since 2012, but I've always been terrible with terminology. So I apologize for the newbie question, but what is throwing a check down? Is a check down type of play. So if you're looking
no.
at
Oh, wait. No, wait. Let me answer this.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on. So throwing a check down is when you're Daniel Jones and you got $40 million and you're terrible and you just throw a check down at the line of scrimmage. You like write a check to your offensive lineman and then you just throw it down in front of the line and they call it a check down. That's
and
what
they
you
still
do.
don't block.
Because you're so, and they're just like, fuck you, your money's no good here. And then he gets hit in the face. That's throwing a check down. Now you can answer it seriously.
But the reality of a check down is if you have a bunch of wide receivers, they're not open, and there's a guy that's a short passing option, like he's either a delayed blocker that goes out or he's a tight end that comes out for a short or sub-yard gain. You throw that's called a check down because you want to at least get the ball out and try to gain some positive yardage, but you don't want to just throw a pick in double coverage. So that's
it's basically you're conceding. You're like, I cannot throw the ball deep. I will take what the defense has given me, which is 5 to 6 yards.
And sometimes checkdowns work out well if you're able to move the ball pretty well. I mean, sometimes checkdowns turn into 30, 40-yard gains if it's poorly managed by the defense or if there's a huge hole in the secondary.
Or if there's effective blocking in front,
Yep.
That's what a check down is.
Ooh, you'll delete the WNBA forever existing. I mean, dude, the WNBA's existed to lose money. The problem is,
WNBA players though.
But are they lesbians? That's a question.
Well, we don't know. Who is the hottest WNBA player? The Delana Dawn or whatever.
Bella Dawn. I mean, INS.
Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum is hot. Yeah. Anyways. Are we done with the supers?
X55, they didn't turn a profit, but they've didn't lose as much this year, I think.
Yeah,
they're getting a new TV. And the WNBA players are apparently wanting to go on strike now. It's like, are you kidding me?
Go on strike. Just go on strike. Niners Hawks. The Niners are what?
They are football hell. You lost a game you should have easily won. The moment Nick Bosa went down, it just went to shit. And the Seahawks are also football hell. They are both 5-5. I mean, the Niners needed that game.
What are the Broncos?
I had them at football hell last week, but I mean, I would still say football hell-ish because I mean the Falcons just played like fucking shit. I'm just
they might make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean
the playoffs.
The AFC's weak. They could backdoor in. They get Steeler.
Yep. They got a bye this week too. They can rest. No, wait. No, they play the Raiders this week. Yeah, they're getting over 500. Yeah, and then they play the Browns. They got the Raiders and Browns in back-to-back.
Yeah, they have a very soft schedule.
They have soft schedule.
I mean, Broncos hopium is pretty damn insufferable right now.
They could get to 8-5. 8-5.
I can see it. Sadly,
if they lose either one of those games, they're fucked.
Oh yeah, but I think they'll win them.
They lost. Oh, never mind. All right. Falcons. What are the Falcons?
Their division, unfortunately. I mean, they played like fucking shit.
So bad.
I mean, they had no defense in that game. I'm like, what are you doing?
So bad.
Oh, dude.
And they're going to win the division.
I mean, hey. I am a pot that likes calling the kettle black. Let's not be wrong here, Duty Cycle.
All right, the Bills are a Super Bowl contender, as are
Chiefs
the
Chiefs.
Still
Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs will be back. I mean, Josh Allen had the high-end talent that he bailed them out, and it's just like, that sounds about right.
The Chiefs are a false 9-1 though. They really should be 7-3.
Or
they really should be. Yeah, they could even be 6-4. But they should be at least 8-2. They should have lost that game to the Broncos. I don't even know what happened.
They should have lost they might have lost the game to the Ravens. They might have lost a few others too.
Yeah, they are not a dominate. Like the Lions right now are dominating. The Chiefs are just are just anime shitting their way to wins, and it's annoying.
It's Steeler bullshit. I mean, December 25th, Steelers Chiefs. It's going to be the battle of the bullshit. It will be glorious.
The battle of the bullshit. All right. Bengals Chargers. This one, can we put both these teams in the stanky trash?
Bengals and stanky trash. Chargers are actually football hell. They are in the same tier as the Broncos. They're 6-4, I think. That's crazy to think. It's so pathetic.
If they would have blown that game, oh my gosh.
Oh, we would have brought out the pain thing. I mean, that was atrocious. Like, I was pissed because I'm like, dude, this is going to be another 3-minute segment on Sports Ball. Fuck off. Like, it could have been nice. And the thing is, like, if you're the Bengals, Joe Burrow's having a career season. He might be having one of the best football seasons since he's ever seen. Jamar Chase keeps catching everything left and right. T. Higgins is dominating. Trey Hendrickson's wrecking worlds. And you're 4-7? You are fucking pathetic.
I'm making a new tier here for the last game.
I mean, dude, the Cowboys might as well have a piece of metal fall in their entire franchise. Like, it's getting bad. I don't know what the hell you do if I mean, it's so good to see Jerry Jones just sit there just squirming in a press box. It's like, fuck you, buddy.
His little lizard face just contorting in all types of ways, and he's just like, we suck.
And the thing is, the Texans played like fucking shit too. It was just a mess because they like kept like trying to get the Cowboys in the game, but you know, Mike McCarthy tries to fake punts and eliminates half the field on a 4th down.
I mean, he's Cooper Rush is his fucking quarterback, dude. Like, he's just.
I mean, it's still bad play.
Garbage. He's garbage. I don't think they'd be all that good with Dak. They would have lost that game with Dak.
I mean, barely. Night. Rival Darkness, thank you for joining. We bring out the Jeepers for that.
And all right, the Panthers and the Giants are both Jets trash. Where are the Cardinals?
The Cardinals are division, sadly, but they are division.
Wow. The Cardinals have been in bottom tier trash at points during this season, and now
which is sad. Yeah, this is how life works.
And what do we do with Tampa? Are they a wild card, or are they just football hell?
Football hell. They're 4-6.
All right,
football hell.
There we go. We've made it.
And we got one more before we go.
Okay.
Dane B for $5 reduce. Steelers versus Chiefs BS, and it's streamed on Netflix. And hey, the Penguins blew another lead. Let's fucking go. God, this team sucks ass. So you won't be able to watch half the game? Sounds like perfection. Oh, I'll be streaming the game. I'm getting it locally. Let's go, baby. I mean, I'm running a charity stream that day, so let's fucking do it. And Sean Colbert Chargers are 7-3 with the best scoring D. Wild card. I mean, not just that. I mean, the thing is, too, like it's close. I thought they were 6-3 or 6-4.
I just had the standings up. Hold on. The Chargers are 7-3 somehow.
Oh, that's our wild card. Never mind. I thought they were 6-4. It's my bad.
All right, I'll put them in wild card.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, did you watch the Jake Paul fight at all? Did you watch?
I mean, I watched like bits and pieces illegally, but it's just like I really didn't give a shit.
It was so bad.
Oh, dude, you're telling me a fight between an internet influencer and a dude with health issues in his 60s was bad? I'm fucking shocked.
He was tired. Like you could tell, like if it would have been, it should have been like a 4-round exhibition, and then you would have seen him actually swing like hard. But like he went 8 rounds. He went 8 rounds with Jake Paul. That was fucking amazing, but it was so boring because he was basically like he looked like a 60-year-old guy.
Because he looks like he probably hasn't boxed in God knows how long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after a while, it was clear that Jake Paul was beating up an old man, and he was like, all right, let's just go the distance.
Jake Paul's been doing that all the fucking time. He's a gimmick wrestler. Him and Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Like they're just
it was unfair. Like Jake Paul, like for as much as people make fun of him, he is a legit boxer, and he is legit enough to beat up a 60-year-old guy. And he's been
training for like 5 or 6 years. He better be able to.
Yeah. Anyways, All right, we made it to the end of the episode for some reason. I don't know
Yep.
why we keep doing the show, but we do. And congrats to us, and congrats and thank you to everyone who watched. And we will see you guys on Thursday for Click Burt Sports.
Yes,
Do you have
ma'am.
anything to
Yes,
say
sir.
for yourself?
Nope. Well, I've got a sports ball coming out and the fun shit there, and we're gonna have some fun ish. I think. I'm
Yes.
not entirely
And I
sure.
have
but,
the video on block kicks coming out tomorrow night.
ooh,
So
kinky.
we'll see it.
Let's go,
All
baby.
right, boys.
Let's see you.
See you
Wave them
on
towels. We're
Thursday.
going Super Bowl. Super Bowl. Super Bowl. Let's fucking do it, boy.